Hi everyone, Johannes Davidsson, Head of Business Development at Auki Labs. See if we can get this thing to react here. There we go. Head of Business Development at Auki Labs, and I've been seeing some really nice features of engineering here today, and seeing that we're here at an augmented reality conference. The claim I am about to make might be a bit controversial. Augmented reality, as we know it today, is a misnomer. It's a name waiting for its technology, just like blockchain is a solution waiting for a problem to solve. And, well, augmented reality is waiting for its technology to make it justice. But yeah, let me explain. So first we need to understand augmented reality. If we look at augment, it's fairly easy. We add something to something. We add salt to soup to augment the flavor profile. We add music to a party and boom, off it goes. However, understanding what reality means, now that's a bit trickier. We collect information from our environment through our senses. There's about 14 to 20 of these different senses, depending on which scientist you ask. You have your sight, you have your taste, you have your proprioception, knowing where your arm is in relation to your body, thermoception, that we could feel temperature differences. And if we were all of these senses, they come together in a great library of experiences and expectations. And this great library of experiences and expectations sort of works like a truth-seeking algorithm, where when our senses align with our expectations, we can feel that something is real. So, for example, imagine watching a movie where the sound is out of sync by 0.1 seconds. Or anyone online here right now today, watching my mouth move. I'm supposed to make little small mouth noises, but you can't hear anything. You turn that movie off, you write an angry email to the organizers. There's no sensory congruence here. Sensory congruence is when our sensory experiences align with our expectations. The more our senses align, the more certain we can be that something is real. This need, in fact, runs so deep that we seek external validation of our sensory experiences. So imagine right now, sitting here in this audience, and you hear a loud cry for help. You turn around to the people around you, you ask them, "Did you hear that?" Everyone around you says, "No, I didn't hear anything." Now, to me, that would be a jarring experience. I would actually think that I'm going insane. And intersubjectivity is another word for this validation of sensory congruence, this validation of our sensory experiences. And herein lies the issue, that if you can't see what I see, if you can't hear what I hear, which reality are we then augmenting? Another controversial claim would be that Pokemon Go, not really augmenting reality, but Zoom calls, where you can put a mustache on your face, and everyone in that virtual meeting room can see you wear a mustache. We've augmented that space, that room. We've augmented the reality that we're sharing at that moment. It's not much more than dynamic photo filters. They're amazing feats of technology, but they're not augmenting reality. They deliver engagement. We can go on Instagram and Snap and TikTok, and we can do some really cool things with what we call AR right now. But are they more than just the dynamic photo filters? It's hard to say. I put together a couple of examples of what we call augmented reality today. And this is me wearing a mustache. I'd like to rock a mustache like that. It would be really cool. The problem is, if I want to share it with anyone else, I would have to ask you to stand behind my shoulder and look through my screen. You can't look at me and see what I see. I want to be old for a day. I work for a startup, don't have a lot of money. I need to take the bus to a meeting. If I look old, I get the retirement discount. I would have to walk up to the bus driver and, hey, I'm actually old. It'd be hard. Or when everybody wanted to be an Instagram influencer. Like, what would I do? I'd make a video of myself. I'd upload it into the cloud. Someone else can download that video. Are we calling downloading a video augmenting reality? When I started at Auki Labs, I was hyped, I was pumped about the fact that I can go to Germany and work with the industrial giants and show Auki's tech to them. And to prepare myself, I went on Google, I put in industrial augmented reality, clicked on images, and this is what I'm hit by. I see smiles in the audience here right now. It's mock-ups. It's a barrage of mock-ups that hit us. And this is what we're calling augmented reality. I don't know why. I honestly can't ask. Maybe I just haven't seen all these amazing use cases. But my guess would be that there's a lack of collaboration. Isn't that what we do when we work? We're together in a room, we collaborate. AR needs to be collaborative. It needs to be social. So augmented reality isn't shared, but reality is shared, right? So I'd like to do a little magic trick here right now. I'm going to pull out the second latest iPhone 13 Pro. We have the 14 Pros now, but the second latest generation of phones, and I'm now going to augment reality. Open the app. Let's see if this works on stage. See if the SLAM algorithm wants to do its thing. I've just augmented reality. You see it? We're all having a shared experience here right now. Is there anyone in the audience here right now that can see what I placed? I guess not. I'm being a bit of a jerk here on stage, but we're not really augmenting reality. The only thing that I've augmented here is my screen space. So is there any non-speaker in the audience that would like to come up and join for a little experiment? Anybody? A hand? Yeah, great. Come up here. Nice. All right. So I'm going to just open up the app here on this phone. What's your name? Bodine. Bodine? Yeah, nice. Where are you from?
From St. Martin, Dutch Caribbean.
Ah, nice. It's about as warm as here, I guess. Yeah. Good. All right. Take this phone. And then look here. Do you see anything?
No, not yet.
Nothing? Can you look around? Okay, great. I made sure it actually works. You're not supposed to see anything.
Okay.
And now scan my QR code up here.
Sure.
Yeah, just put it in the middle of the screen. Hold it still.
Yeah.
Boom. And back up a little bit.
Oh.
Walk around and tell me what you see.
I see an elephant.
Great.
It's walking out. Okay.
Stay in the light. Apple hasn't solved this yet.
Yeah.
So what we just did here right now is that we had a shared experience in AR. So, yeah, thank you so much, Vadim. This is what we should be talking about. This is the elephant in the room that no one is talking about. We're talking about better headsets. We're talking about better graphics. We're talking about the future that up until this point has been something we can't grab onto, something that we can't see together. So augmented reality is a misnomer. It's not real. It's not augmented reality. It's just a dynamic photo filter. So maybe this can explain why it's taken so long for AR to actually take off. We've been talking about this since, I don't know, it started popping up on Google on 2007, and then social media hit, and then augmented reality disappeared from the searches there. So AR is not shared, and people are therefore disappointed in the technology because they can't share it with anyone else. It's really hard to just tell someone, hey, download an app, I had a really cool experience. But they can't do anything together. There's no mimetic vector for it to grow upon. There's no way for this to take off. There's no technology to build upon. So the next frontier that I think that we should all be focusing on, and as I said, is not better headsets. I claim that in the future, any headset that does not support shared augmented reality, they're not going to take off. Like, yes, they'll sell, and it's going to be gimmicky, and it's going to be cool, but they won't take off. We need to see the same thing in the same place at the same time. So I would like to share a little video. If you can make it play. Here we go. This is my son. I had just received my 2 iPhone 13 Pros. I set them up. I downloaded Inkos from Matterless. I synced the devices. We placed one dog each, and I gave my phone to my son. I can see what he is doing here. He is trying to figure out what this is. Trying to reach out. Is there a dog? There is no dog. But I can actually see him do it. I didn't have to look through his screen. Moments later, he stood up. He tried to reach out to the dog, and he fell right through it on his face. I laughed really hard. He's okay. He didn't cry. And this is a moment that I wish I would have recorded because it would have been way more fun to show her tonight. He's going to hate me in a couple of years. But we had a shared experience together in AR. It was real. In this moment, I had a real moment with my son because I could see what he can see. And this brings me on to another topic, and I think this is something that we should think about just as much as shared AR, and that is privacy. That's coming it's going to be a big issue very soon, where we'll have cameras on our faces at all times. I've spoken to a lot of women who just don't like the fact that they are being filmed all the time. And everyone will soon have AR glasses running SLAM algorithms, scanning the world. The latest VR headsets, they all have eye tracking. Put that in at the same time as you're walking around in the world. Add a little bit of pupil dilation to that, and you can see what they see, you can see what they focus on, and you can read their thoughts. To put this in a scary context, imagine walking into your bathroom at home. Your spouse, partner, wife, husband comes out of the shower. The glasses can tell what you're looking at, and they can also tell your pupil dilation. You can see if someone else can see if you love, like, adore your partner or not. To me, this is not the type of data that I would like to share with anyone. Sure, give me Google Maps, I'll give you my search history. It's fine. But don't tap into my thoughts. And at Auki Labs, we've given a lot of thought to this. It's a very important part of who we are and what we do, and we have taken a stance that is, we're never going to be involved in surveillance capitalism. And therefore, we last week released something that's called Hagal. I'm not going to explain it very much right here, but it's a decentralized network for broadcasting messages where anyone can literally set up a server on their home computer, on their router at home, and you can be part of the network where we decentralize how all the data and all the positioning calculations are made within our network. There's a token connected to this. We're kind of crypto skeptic, but tokens are a great tool here. If you want to talk about that later, I'll do so. And in conjunction with this, tomorrow we are releasing the Conjure Kit, which enables all developers out there to create shared experiences in Unity 3D. And I'm going to giving the word to our CEO, Nils Pihl.
What makes something real? If we think about it, the communal experience of reality is what separates it from a dream. Because we experience it together, because we see it together, we can trust that it's really there. Unfortunately, shared augmented reality experiences are difficult for developers to achieve and incredibly cumbersome for the end user to set up, as they have to scan the environment together to get started. I want to show you today, live, in a single take, so you know it's real, how you can use the Conjure Kit, the social augmented reality SDK by Auki Labs, to create some truly effortlessly shareable AR experiences. Now, I'm in a village in the middle of nowhere. I don't even think Google Street View has been here. There's no prior scan of this environment, so this is the perfect place for us to show you how we can set this up really from scratch. Now, for this demo, I'm going to use Floorcraft by Matterless, and I'm going to start by spawning in my little car, and then I can invite you into the experience as well, just by showing you this QR code. Now that you're in, maybe I'll place a little obstacle for myself to race around, and off I go. And we see this together. But of course, this isn't very fun, so I might want to invite someone else. Dushko. And now again, all I do is I show my QR code to Dushko, who hops right on in, and now we can race together. Spawn in. So we call this feature instant calibration, and it makes a world of difference for any augmented reality experience. You got me. We wanted to show you this live so that you know that the Conjure Kit allows you to manifest your imagination in the reality we all inhabit, so you can create some truly memorable moments in social augmented reality. Now, it's real.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. I think it's really awesome. And anyone can hop on board starting tomorrow, September 30th. Go download our SDK for Unity 3D and start building your shared experiences. We showed a game here right now. Games are easy for people to understand. You can use this for anything. If you built a tool in AR already, see if you can work with our SDK. Make your augmented reality experience a shared experience. And yeah, I really look forward to seeing what all of you are going to build on this. Hop on in on aukilabs.com. Sign up. I think the new website is up and running by now. Let's see what you come up with. I'm Johannes Davidsson from Auki Labs, and thank you very much.